And we could take some of these other items that we have up here and move it into this left-hand navigation, make that the main nav, and then include a right-hand navigation that would be for the labs. So if we did that, over here, we wind up with one icon up here, the link to home, link to your profile, and the login or logout option down here as well, which is actually more similar to how we did the Showcase application. If we still wanted to have some kind of an indicator that you're logged in or not, maybe it becomes more like a thin bar on the top with like, hi so-and-so, you're logged in. And, you know, we can either keep it or get rid of it, you know, if we need to handle it responsibly. Devin was mentioning like maybe for the person who's not logged in, there could be some kind of prompt up here that they need to log in. Then we have one icon pinned on the right here, and this is for the right-hand drawer. And inside of here, we pretty much just take our current course and class selector, drop it in there, but we have two more links in here. The first one that I'll talk about, we have already an open issue for and get for a while now, which is a link to something like their report card or their summary of grades kind of thing. You remember, like I did a demo of that way long time ago. I'd still like to see that get in here. It makes sense to me to put this over here on the right and have it only show up when a course or class is selected, because it needs that information. The summary page that you would go to would be for that particular course and class. So it makes sense to me that that appears once you've specified a course and class that you're looking at. So basically, the same time the labs appear, this little summary link appears. And then would give us also a nice opportunity to put a link to the showcase in here. Originally, I had put the link to the showcase over here on the left as like a main navigation. But the more I got into the database, that's pretty much it for the wireframes. The more I got into looking at the database and stuff, the more I realized like Showcase isn't really a portfolio site. It's purpose driven. It's for shows. So for instance, like if there is no show created, there's nothing for someone to do. You know what I mean? It's not like they're building their portfolio in there. It's only for the purpose of if there's some kind of show going on. So I dug into the database, and maybe I can point over here now at this whiteboard. Hopefully this one's a little more viewable. And there, I wish I could zoom in. All right, hopefully you can see this, but you're pretty familiar with these databases. So on the left is what Showcase is doing, on the right is what Leaflet is doing. So over here on the Showcase side, there's a collection called Program Names, which basically just takes program codes and lists out names for them. But that does become significant because we also have the shows submittable here, in which we have the show name, so say, you know, we were doing Coalesce, date of the show, and then in a programs collection, it lists out all of these program codes. So these are the program codes that are allowed to submit into that particular show. So keeping that in mind, over here on the Leaflet side, we don't really have program names. We have course names and class names. But if we were to take those two things and combine them, so say for instance, I just created a new course called ODD 420 that I'm using to build the next curriculum that we'll do. So if we took that and then we took a class name like the INM, SAA, whatever, combine those two and use those as the program name, right? So in other words, we're using the same database structure, but just a naming convention now. Everything